Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 25th of November 2021, and I've just had one of those kind of jobs. If you're new around here, I'm an electrician doing mostly domestic work, and today I had a very simple little job, just replacing 4 of those under kitchen cupboard strip lights to that you have under those to light up the worktops underneath. And it was a job I wasn't really looking forward to, because I went round there to just have a quick look a few days ago, and the customer seemed really I just had a bad vibe about them, let's put it that way. It's one of those ones where you think, I don't really know if I want to be working for you. And sure enough, that instinct proved to be right, because I turn up there today, and if you don't know about that job, which you probably don't, it's a very clean job, little to no dust involved whatsoever. But they had the whole kitchen covered with dust sheets, and obviously I'd have put my own dust sheet on the worktop to protect that while I was working above it. But these were all over the whole place, even bits of the kitchen where I wasn't going to be working. But I wasn't bothered about that. I thought it was just a bit over the top. But they then proceed to ask me about my big V status, and I just turned around and said, well, I'm sorry, that information's between me and my doctor. I don't believe in sharing that kind of information, especially as it seems to be creating divisions in society. And then they proceeded to say, well, I'm vulnerable, and should people like you be coming into people's properties? I would have thought you'd have had it, seeing as you're going into people's properties. And I then turned around and said, well, Johnson himself, as well as many other people, have come out and said it doesn't stop you from catching it or passing it on, which seemed to go totally over their heads. And they just said, oh, well, and I did say at that point, well, I'll go if you want. And they go, oh, no, I'll just keep out your way. And then off they went, and then they came back 5 minutes later with one of those on. And they hadn't had that on before. And what kind of message is that sending to me? And it's saying, I think now that I know you're unclean, I need to take precautions against you. And I thought, yeah, thank you very much. It's people like you who are creating this apartheid society. It's people like you who's prolonging this nonsense, and it's people like you who are enabling the dreadful things going on in the likes of Austria and Australia right now. And to be honest with you, I am just done with these big V fascists, as I call them. And I don't care if you've had the big V, and there's plenty of people who have had that who are fantastic. And I saw a lovely meme a couple of days ago where people who have had the V joined in with some of the events on Saturday that happened around the world. And I saw a placard, it said something like, I've had the big V, but I respect your decision not to, which I thought was fantastic. So I've got nothing against people who have had the big V, but what I have got something against is what I call the big V fascists. These people who are going to sort of treat you differently as soon as they know you haven't had it. And as I say, I'm just done with them. So I just walked off the job. I just walked off. I just said, I'm not doing this job, and I walked off. So I'm not dealing with these people. I'm done with them. And I think you know, as long as they've still got their attitude, we're still going to be in this nonsense that we find ourselves in. Anyway, got that off my chest. Be back later, no doubt. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.